Hello there. My name is Mike Tanzillo. Thanks for reaching out to TDU on Instagram. I just wanted to make a quick video here to kind of go over your work and break you down and just to see how TDU can help you. So a little background on me. I am a lighting TD. I'm a senior lighting artist at Blue Sky Studios. I've been there for almost 11 years now. In that time, about 5, 6 years ago, Jasmine Katatakarn, another TD there, and I started an online school called TDU, and since then we've educated a couple hundred students and helped people get jobs all over the industry. And yeah, so I just want to give you a little breakdown before starting to talk about your work a little bit. Also, a little breakdown of I'm at my train station on my commute home, and my train's running late. So if you hear any announcements or trains roaring by, that's what's going on here. So I don't want you to. This isn't normally where I like conduct classes or critiques or whatever, but this is you. When you're working and having your own business, you do what you can. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about your. I wanted to talk about your trailer. So this is really cool. The trailer, you got some good stuff going on here. One of the things that I liked is the use of this light as a tool to focus the viewer's eye into that region in there. There's a couple little things that you could have done with the water to help make that stand out. I mean, the effects look really great. Um, I think you really could have pushed this lightning strike more. There's it kind of shimmies on a couple frames and it gets a little bit bright, but like lightning strikes are like you. It could have whitewashed the entire screen and really got like that boom, boom, boom type of a feeling to it, and that would have been something um, pretty cool. I like the zooming in on this shot, or the kind of diffuse blowout depth of field rack focus thing you got going on here. I think that's nice. Um, these shots are nice. These kind of cut together ones. So my first thought when I looked at this, when I looked at this shot, was two things immediately. One, he's lacking blood in his face. Like he's really white, and it's kind of looking a little bit lifeless. He's getting hit very frontally and very broadly with light. It would be really great to get some more shaping on him. Maybe the light's kind of coming in from the side. Like it's just that like this whole half of his face is kind of getting lit uniformly, and usually what you want to do with character lighting is you want to wrap that around a little bit more. The second big thing was just how saturated his jacket is. It just like really pops off the frame. I was also noticing like if that's so saturated and his skin is that white, the shirt in comparison looks a little bit dirty, and then just like this is our first contact with like really seeing a human, and you really want to play up the eyes a little bit more and get a good eye ding in there and get some good shaping in on the eyes too, so the audience can really connect with the character there as well. The shadow is a little bit harsh, and I know it's tough when they're wearing a hat, but you do want to keep the shadow out of their eye as much as you can, especially like cutting across their eye if you can. With this shot, this looks really great with the extreme depth of field. You really get a good sense of feeling, but we're missing a lot of warmth on the character's skin. I get that he's in shadow, but you don't want a character's skin tone to go too blue. It makes them look lifeless again. So it would about, you got some good subsurface scattering going in there, but the base value of his skin tone in here is just a little bit too blue. And then there's just it's a little bit flat on this fill side. So we're getting good shape here on the front, but you want to kind of translate that over into the back as well. So this is nice. There's a train going by. So this is nice and glowy here. Um, we want to figure out a way to get this pose to read a little bit better. So my thought would have been to put like another light source or something back here and allow his dark form to read off of the bright background, so allow him to read dark over light. Because right now he's kind of getting lost because there's a lot of like vertical lines and just lines going kind of all over the place. And it would be good to get that. It's nice that we have this circle shape to really center in on. It's nicely focused. And we've got some good shaping here on the ropes and these plants over here. But I would try and figure out a way to get his form to read a little bit more. That's looking. I thought this was nice. A little warble on the glass from the refraction is nice. It's a little consistent on these rims here. You'd expect that to animate a little bit more. These are very, very quick. That shot I thought was really cool. Like I really like the mystery of this one, the kind of the subtle green and warm oranges. I think are a really nice combination, and it does that. Like those shots do a good job of making me curious about what the rest of the film is about. So I want to jump over to your Instagram page now, and just talk about a few things here. Again, same thing here with the characters. I know these two are in the same short, but in this setup, they don't feel like they exist in the same realm a little bit. Again, lacking warmth in the skin, saturated jacket, probably could use some more shape. I do like that you're getting this warm to cool shaping. You're getting some good specularity on his skin, which is really nice here. But I just feel like we can overall, it's a little bit too muted. I feel like the fill side and the key side are similar in value, and I think you can really, really push one of those sides stronger to get that to read a little more. I really like this shot and getting just this little dark silhouette to read over. I think that's really nice. Um, so yeah, same thing with these turntables. Like, his skin looks much whiter there. I think we can do a lot with helping these character lighting uh, become a little bit stronger and getting more emotion and getting more feeling out of the characters of those. Let's see. This black and white scene is. It's interesting. I think it's got a lot of potential. I think there's some missed opportunities. Again, like we've got this very hot spot here on the background. It would be nice if the brightest thing was on the area of focus, which would be the car. Car could use some more uh, detail work on the paint to make it look more like a car surface. Like there's that thin coated layer on it. Um, and then for the rest of these, yeah, like so this one here, it's not really. Uh, I think there's more that we can do to make it feel like a spotlight. The biggest things is that the actual source of the light here at the center can get a lot brighter. This haze doesn't really, it feels more like a foggy blur on top of it as opposed to like a light beam coming out of it, so I would tighten that up a little bit. But the biggest one is looking at the light source here and making that much brighter. I think that's pretty much, I think that's, yeah, pretty much a good breakdown. Uh, in terms of TDU courses that I think would work out really well for you, I think character lighting is a strong one. I think that would definitely help you out a lot. I think there's a lot that you could. Jasmine does a really good job with breaking down an entire character in our materials course, and building up, doing an entire pro level shader development in our materials for a lighting artist course. And then, depending on where you're at in your career, I like to recommend our getting and succeeding at your job in animation is a great course because it talks about your interviewing skills, your demo reel skills, salary negotiation. We talked to a negotiations expert at the University of Columbia about techniques for negotiating a higher salary. We also there's just a lot there that I think you can glean from. And then lastly, our big course is the lighting on animated film course, which I think you could learn a lot from in terms of just like, because I've seen the trailer and you've got some good shots in there, but the lighting and animated film course is all about how do you take a sequence of shots, not just an individual shot from start to finish. And so I think you could really benefit from that and seeing not only how these like one-offs exist, but just how they all work together, how to build a master light rig that works together, how to build a master comp rig that works together for all this stuff, and how to make shots blend from scene to scene. So I hope you find that beneficial. If you have any questions for me, you can always email me, mike@td-u.com, and I will be happy to work with you. So look forward to hearing back from you, and can't wait to see what the future work holds for you. All right, man. Happy lighting.